Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, May 27th. We are already halfway through the week. We're going to get started with our stuff today, with our lessons today. Paper, pencil, that's what you need, all right? All right, guys, so today we're going to be learning and reviewing skills and strategies that we learned over the year to solve EOG review type questions. All right, so even though you're not taking the EOG, you will be taking one next year, and you will be expected to have known everything from the third grade EOG as well. So we're going to go ahead and review things so that way you know all these different skills and strategies and are consistently practicing them so you'll be ready for fourth grade. So here is problem number 1. Again, it's a review, so I'm going to give you some time to just try this. See what you can do. I'm going to give you about, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 problems. So I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to just practice this and do it on your own and see what you can come up with, and then we'll go over it. All right, you have about 4 minutes left, guys. You're about a minute in. So, working on finishing up the first one, starting on that second one right there. You're about 2 minutes in, guys. And actually, let's go ahead and go over the first two. That way, if you struggled on them, hopefully you can do like a little bit better on the last two. All right, so let's look at the first part. 4 times V equals 16. I'm trying to open up my marker here. 4 times V equals 16. Remember, when we are multiplying or dividing, and we have a variable that is missing, we don't know what this number is in the equation, we can always use our get triangle. Hopefully you all got that started. Remember, when I multiply, it's very important. There's one very important piece that we need to know about for the get triangle, and it is our total. So when I multiply, where do I find the total in my problem? Do I find it at the beginning, or when I multiply, do I find it at the end? I hope that everyone agrees that the end number for your equation is your total, that answer, 16. It's the product that you get, which is our total. Because remember, I have 4 groups with something in each gets me a total of 16. I get to my answer. So 4 groups with something in each. And I put my operations on each side. And remember, I find where the 2 match on that line, and I do that operation. So 16 divided by 4. 16 split up into 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How many are in each group? 4. All right, now we're going to do the second one in case you were struggling. We will go ahead and do number 2, which said 12 divided by G equals, 12 divided by G equals 3. 12 divided by G equals 3. Remember, if I'm multiplying or dividing, which I'm dividing here, and I have a missing variable, I can use my get triangle to help me solve it. All right, because this reminds you that equations are like fact families, and I can use something else that I know to solve it. So, set up my get triangle, G-E-T, divide, multiply down here. All right, when I am dividing, where is my total? Is it in the beginning or is it at the end? When I'm sharing something, do I start with everything or do I get everything at the end? When I am sharing, I start with all that I have. So my total is at the beginning, and then I divide by the groups and the size of each. So I don't know how many groups, but I know that there are 3 in each. So if I have 12 and I give 3 to one person, it's 3, 6, 9, 12. How many groups did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 4 groups. So the answer to this problem is 4. Guys, if you were struggling with that, hopefully that was a little bit helpful. And now you can go and give you about 2 minutes to solve the next 2 problems. So looking at 18 equals J times 9. Go ahead and try it out. And then you should be looking at 2 times 3 equals S divided by 2. 2 times 3 equals S divided by 2. All right, if I look at 18 equals J times 9, I'm going to write that right here. 18 equals J, oh, that hair on my hand, J times 9. Okay, first thing I notice when I look at this is that this equation doesn't look friendly. I like my equals and my answer to always be at the end. So I'm just moving it, and I'm going to rewrite j times 9 equals 18. Perfect. This looks normal, minus the fact that I don't know what this variable is. So I will use my get triangle to find it. All right. When I am multiplying, where is my total? Do I have everything I need at the beginning and then multiply? Or do I get everything at the end? Do I get the total at the end or the beginning? Hopefully you remember that I get my total at the end when I multiply. Get to your answer. All right, so 18 is my total. I don't know how many groups, and there are 9 in each. All right, so to solve for this, guys, all I have to do is 18 divided by 9. 18 split up into 9 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. How many were in each group? 2. So 2 times 9 equals 18. All right. The next one, guys, could have been a little bit tricky. Let me erase my board. Best I can. I didn't bring a paper towel up with me. All right. But if we look at it, it says 2 times 3 is the same as s divided by 2. Remember, 2 times 3 equals whatever s divided by 2 is. Guys, all they want you to do is balance the equations. They want this side to be the same as this side. So what is 2 times 3? 2 times 3 is 6. So all that means is 6 equals s divided by 2. Again, this is an equation I can solve. I'm just going to flip it around. But the answer on this side, s divided by 2 equals 6. All right. So now all I have to do is figure out what s is using my get triangle. G, E, T. Divide, divide, multiply. 6 is my total. Whoa. I'm dividing. 6 isn't my total. When I divide, I start with my total. I don't know what my total is, but I know that I have 2 groups with 6 in each. 2 groups with 6 in each. So all I have to do is actually do 2 times 6. And that means 2 groups with 6 in each, and 6 more make 12. So that means that s is 12. So 2 times 3 is 6, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So both of these are the same. All right, I just had to make the equations balance. All right, looking at this problem, where is point B located? So I'm looking at this and I notice that I've got 0 and 1. So I have a hole on here. And so B is less than 1 whole. So it must be a fraction. In what fraction is point B located? And then in what fraction is point A located? And then if you say that, what could be an equivalent fraction to point A? Another name for point A. And then after you find that, even more, how far is point A from point B? So a multi-step problem here involving fractions, but you have this. right, so if I look at my fraction bar here, guys, I'm sorry, my number line. 0 and 1 is my holes. This is what it looks like. And I count my spaces between my hole. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my whole model is broken up into fourths. Now, on this one, this is labeled A, this one's labeled B. I'm going to label this. This is 0 fourths, 1 fourth, 2 fourths, 3 fourths, oops, my board's sliding, and 4 fourths, or 1 whole. All right, so where is B located? B is located at 3 fourths. Easy. Point A is located at what? 2 fourths. Also easy. Those two problems, those two questions were super quick, super easy, as long as you labeled your fraction number line. All right, the next one, what is another name for point A, for where point A is located? What is another name for 2 fourths? Point A is located 2 fourths. What is another way of saying 2 fourths? Well, I think about fourths and who they're friends with, and fourths are besties with halves. So 2 fourths, what's another way to say 2 fourths and halves? So they cut them in half, fourths get cut again. 2 fourths is the same as 1 half. So another way to say 2 fourths would be by saying 1 half. And then the last question said, how far is point A from point B? So here to here. What are my unit fractions here? 1 fourth. So if I go from here and jump 1, I've only jumped 1 fourth. Point A is 1 fourth away from point B. All right, if we look at memory jogger number 3, another type of question you'll see on your practice for today, 3rd grade content. If you look at what it's looking for, it's asking you to find the area of the shape in the top box. And so when I think about that, I remember that area equals, what does it equal, boys and girls? Length times width. So if I look at the length of this shape, and then I look at the width of this shape, the length is how long it is, and the width is how wide it is. So I'm going to do 4 times 8. Area is length times width, so 4 times 8. That means I have, all the hair. 4 groups with 8 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In case you're not comfortable counting by 8s, 8, 16, 24, 32. All right, 4 times 8 is 32. So the area is 32 square, whatever the units are, which are centimeters. All right, looking at problem number 2. The area of the shape is 28 feet. What is the width? This actually is a problem that we did not teach you this year, so pay close attention. I did not make your practice for today, so I'm unsure if this is a problem on there, but we'll talk about how to solve it. So the area of the shape is 28 feet. What is the width? Area equals length times width. Actually, we did talk about how to solve this problem. I lied. Thought it was a little bit trickier than it is. Area equals length times width. So if the area is 28, that means this is 28. And the 7 is on the length. So equals 7 times the width. Guys, this is just a missing variable. All I have to do is turn this to the other side, move it, flip it 7 times. W, the width, equals 28. And it's just a missing variable, which we did 2 slides ago. And I get to do the get triangle, G, E, T, divide, multiply. 7 times W equals 28. When I multiply, where is my total? Hopefully we are remembering that my biggest number when I multiply comes at the end. So 28, 7 something. I'm going to do 28 divided by 7. 28 divided into 7 groups. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So how many are in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 times 4 equals 28. So the width is 4. All right. And our last problem, it says 3rd grade wants to bring in 1,000 books for the book drive. They brought in 387 last week. They brought in 645 books this week. Have the 3rd graders met their goal? Yes or no? If you come up with the fact that they have met their goal, how many extras do they have? If they have not met their goal, how many more do they need? Third grade wants to bring in 1,000 books for the book drive. So they want 1,000 books wanted. They brought in 387 books last week. So 387 books last week is what they brought in. They brought in 645 books this week. So they got more books this week, 645 more. Have they met their goal? What is their goal? 1,000 books. So let's see. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry the 10 to the tens place. It's 110. 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13, which is really 90 plus 40 is 130. So that 100 goes up. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. But I was thinking of that. I was going to say 1,000. Because 100 plus 300 is 400. 400 plus 600 is 1,000. All right. So 1,032 books. So did they meet their goal? Did they get there? They wanted 1,000. Did they get 1,000? Yes. So if yes, how many extras did they have? How many more did they have than their goal? So how many more means I'm going to subtract 1,032 minus 1,000. 2 minus 0 is 2. 3 minus 0 is 3. 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So all they had was 32 extras. Okay. Your fun fact for the day is your brain has 100,000 miles worth of blood vessels. That's enough to circle the earth approximately 4 times. Your brain, write this down, 100, 000. 100, 3 zeros. Miles worth of blood vessels. Just think that bus slot. We get on that bus slot and we have to go around it about, I think it's about 10 times to make a mile. All right, so 1 mile is 10 laps. So they go 100,000 miles. around the earth. So that would mean you would have to go around the bus slot 1 million times. You would have to go around the bus slot 1 million times to have that many miles worth of blood vessels. And that is how many blood vessels are in your brain. That's crazy.